Hey there, I have a ton of new books. They're all down in my, we call it the hole, but it's basically the crawl space. But I keep trying to find new ones that are upstairs, and this is from one of my favorite authors, which I don't think I've done before. It's Main Street by Sinclair Lewis. There's Upton Sinclair, who often gets confused with him. Upton Sinclair was the guy that did the thing about how people got thrown into vats of meat, and that's why we all have to have, I don't know, unions. I think that was back in the 20s. This is Sinclair Lewis, who is actually a very great, and this isn't even my favorite book from him, but he's easily in my top 5 for books. Sorry, for authors, also for books. Main Street is good. It's a little sad because it's about like a guy that takes over a town. It Can't Happen Here. Basically about how a fascist takeover could happen here, and it is nothing like what is going on right now. So that's why I'm still not worried that anything fascist is actually going on here. And then he had this other one. Oh man, what is it called? It was about this guy that was a chemist, and it was about being a scientist. I'm gonna have to Google that one. Damn it, Lewis Sinclair. Anyway, those are easily top. If you put them together, top 20 books. I would say a couple of them are top 5 books, and it's just because he's very simple. He's kind of like Isaac Asimov. You know how Asimov is very, curt. It's like you can read a chapter and you can go to sleep and you wake up and you read another chapter. He does that, but he doesn't do it with science fiction. He does it with like real life stuff. So if I open this book in the middle and it doesn't work well, I'll be very sad. I will still back it up though, because it's been stuck in my head for 20 years or however long I've been alive. So anyway, this is Main Street by Sinclair Lewis. I'll just give you the opening. This is from the Senior Recreation Center at Wadsworth Boulevard, Arvada, Colorado. If you want to call them, 425-9583. And this says underneath it $6.95. So in 95, they got rid of it. This is why you go to those used books. This is why you go to the library used book things. It's a billion things that are horrible, but you might find something that's insanely old, just because nobody gives a shit about old books anymore. Main Street. You got the classic. Oh, man, I'm pretty bad at this. "1930" by Harcourt, Brace and Company, Inc. So this is 90 years old. And it doesn't even open with to James Branch Cabell, Joseph Erzinger, and then it just opens with this. So there's not even like a chapter title or anything. Oh man. This is America. A town of a few thousand. In the region, wheat and corn and dairies and little groves. The town is, in our tale, called Gopher Prairie, Minnesota. But its main street is a continuation of main streets everywhere. A story would be the same in Ohio or Montana or Kansas or Kentucky or Illinois, and not very differently would it be told up York State or the California hills. I can keep going, but already. I'm going to do this one multiple times because I want to reread this. I read this in a paperback. I only got this because of my bookstore. Gosh, I'm sorry I spoke about it. I just meant, but they were crazy about you. Sam said to me, I love it when you do double quotes. So it's like double quotes and then you're quoting somebody else. And so there's like single quotes in the middle of double quotes. I like the time it takes to put that together. But they were crazy about you, Sam said to me. That little lady of yours is the slickest thing that ever came to this town, he said. And Ma Dawson, I didn't hardly know whether she'd like you or not. She's such a dried up old bird. But she said, your bride is so quick and bright. I declare, she just wakes me up. So there's an older lady that's encouraging this guy to go with the slickest thing, which I think we can all read into. Carol liked praise, the flavor and fatness of it, but she was so energetically being sorry for herself that she could not taste the commendation. That happens. Sometimes you, not just you, obviously, anybody, you compliment somebody on something that you like, but it's not something they're proud of, and then they're insecure about it. I think that's happened 1,000 times to 1,000 people every day. Please, come on, cheer up. His lips said it. His anxious shoulders said it. His arm about her said it, as they halted on the obscure porch of their house. Do you care if they think I'm flighty, Will? Me? Why? I wouldn't care. If the whole world thought you were this or that or anything else, you're my soul. I mean, I know this guy is saying this because that's what you say to a girl that you're trying to get with. It's also the kind of thing that once you're a little bit old, like, I don't know, when I was 20, done, 30, done, 40, I've kind of heard this. He was an undefined mass, as solid seeming as rock. She found his sleeve, pinched it, cried, I'm glad. It's sweet to be wanted. You must tolerate my frivolous, frivoliousness. I'm going to say this wrong 3 times. Frivoliousness. You're all I have. He lifted her, carried her to the house, and with her arms around his neck, she forgot Main Street. Frivoliousness? Yeah, frivoliousness. I don't know why I couldn't do that when I saw it. Slightly misogynistic, but we're going back a long time. So this is kind of what, like, women. Now I'm going to sound like an asshole. This is kind of what women like. I've never been with a woman that liked a passive guy. I've only been with women that liked a strong guy. So I don't know exactly how doing the thing that you think you should do is actually the right thing to do, because at some point you're taking a girl out on a date. Everybody knows what's on the table. Get dinner, I get dinner, maybe we get along, and we're gonna fuck. I don't know if that's not expected anymore, because I think that at least, okay, YouTube has changed. I don't think the real world has changed at all. I think girls still want to get fucked and guys want to get fucked. I I'm not in trouble. I don't think girls are having trouble. It's kind of how it goes. So this guy, who's actually very nice, put very forward, which I think is what you're supposed to do. I think the key to this entire situation in any situation, I think you just have to be upfront. Maybe it's bad, maybe it's good. Thank God nobody's going to ever see this. Actually, no. I wish people saw this. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, that's how it goes. Guys are always going to be the predators, and girls are always going to be the. Yeah, I'm going to get arrested or something, and it has nothing to do with me doing anything wrong. It's going to have to do with me just saying something wrong, because evidently they can arrest you about saying things wrong now. I've already gone, wait, no. I've already said enough that I hope I get in trouble for it. And if I do, I'm proud of it. And it's not because of anything that has to do with women. It's because at some point you're not allowed to say things. How did I talk myself into trouble with a book from? Just wait for the next one. I can't even see this screen. I don't know. I would say just delete me.